get ready to uncover a secret many avoid, but which is crucial for the health and well-being of our loved ones. Have you ever wondered why a simple invitation to use the bathroom in an elderly person's home can sometimes generate inexplicable discomfort? The answer might be right under your nose, or rather, in 7 revealing signs that indicate the cleaning of this vital space is being dangerously neglected. In this video, we'll dive deep into these indicators, which go far beyond a simple aesthetic issue, directly affecting the dignity and health of the elderly person. Stay with us until the end to discover how to identify these signs and, more importantly, how to act to ensure a safe and clean environment for those we love so much. And since we're unveiling mysteries, take the opportunity to leave your like, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any valuable content, and share in the comments if you've already noticed any of these signs in a family member's home. Chapter 1. The dangerous persistent odor of mold or dampness. The human sense of smell is a powerful tool, and often the first to sound the alarm when something is wrong, especially in enclosed spaces. In an elderly person's bathroom, a persistent odor of mold or dampness is not just unpleasant, it's a critical indicator of underlying problems that require immediate attention. This characteristic smell, reminiscent of something old and musty, suggests the presence of fungi and bacteria proliferating in damp and poorly ventilated areas, a fertile ground for respiratory infections and allergies. The origin of this odor can be multifaceted, ranging from imperceptible leaks in pipes and faucets, which create puddles and constant humidity, to a lack of adequate ventilation after showering. A bathroom without windows or with an ineffective exhaust fan allows steam and moisture to accumulate on surfaces, creating the perfect environment for mold growth. The persistence of the smell, even after a superficial cleaning, is a sign that the problem is rooted and requires deeper and continuous intervention. For elderly individuals, who often have a more fragile immune system, continuous exposure to mold spores and airborne bacteria can trigger or worsen pre-existing health conditions. Respiratory problems, such as asthma and bronchitis, can be exacerbated, and fungal infections on the skin or in the respiratory tract become real risks. It is fundamental to understand that humidity and mold are not just aesthetic inconveniences, but direct threats to the resident's health. Ignoring a persistent odor of mold or dampness in an elderly person's bathroom is a negligence with potentially serious consequences. Besides the health risks, the unsanitary environment can affect the elderly person's quality of life, diminishing their comfort and well-being. A person's dignity also involves the ability to live in a clean and safe environment, free from unpleasant odors and invisible pathogens that compromise their daily health. Therefore, upon noticing this characteristic smell, do not hesitate to investigate the cause and take the correct measures. Ventilating the environment regularly, checking for leaks, and, if necessary, performing a deep cleaning with specific mold-removing products are essential steps. Prevention is key to preventing a simple smell from becoming a major health problem, ensuring that the bathroom is a place of hygiene and not a risk. Chapter 2. Stains and buildup in the toilet. The toilet is, without a doubt, the epicenter of hygiene in any bathroom, and its cleanliness is a clear indicator of the overall care for the environment. When stains and buildup begin to accumulate on the inner walls or rim of the toilet, it's a glaring sign that basic maintenance is being neglected. These stains, which range from yellowish to brown and even greenish tones, are the result of the accumulation of water minerals, organic waste, and in many cases the proliferation of bacteria and fungi that feed on this matter. The presence of these incrustations is not merely an aesthetic issue. It represents a direct risk to the elderly person's health and dignity. A dirty and stained toilet can be a vector for dangerous germs and bacteria, such as E. coli and Salmonella, which can cause gastrointestinal and urinary infections. For elderly individuals whose immune system may be more fragile, contact with these contaminated surfaces drastically increases the risk of illness. In addition to health risks, A toilet in these conditions compromises the dignity and well-being of the elderly person. Imagine the feeling of discomfort and shame when needing to use such a fundamental place that is visibly dirty and neglected. This situation can lead to social isolation, as the elderly person may feel embarrassed to receive visitors or even to use their own bathroom, impacting their quality of life. The formation of buildup is accelerated by a lack of regular cleaning and improper use of products. Often, hard water, rich in minerals like calcium and magnesium, contributes significantly to the problem. However, the absence of a routine of sanitization with specific products for limescale removal and disinfection allows these deposits to solidify, making removal increasingly difficult and requiring greater efforts to restore cleanliness. It is crucial that caregivers and family members pay attention to this sign and intervene proactively. Regular cleaning of the toilet with special attention to accumulation areas and the use of appropriate products are essential to maintain hygiene and safety. A clean and disinfected toilet is not just a matter of appearance, but a fundamental pillar for the health and respect for the dignity of the elderly person in their own home. Chapter 3. Dark and moldy grout. The grout between bathroom tiles, though it may seem a minor detail, is an accurate barometer of the environment's hygiene. When the grout darkens and shows mold, especially in areas like the shower stall or around the sink, it's a strong indication that deep cleaning has been absent for a considerable time. This dark coloration is not just dirt, but colonies of fungi and mold that thrive in humid, poorly ventilated environments, becoming a focal point of contamination. The proliferation of mold and mildew in the grout poses a significant health risk, particularly for elderly individuals. Inhaling mold spores can trigger or worsen respiratory problems such as asthma, bronchitis, allergic rhinitis, and other lung conditions. Furthermore, it can cause skin and eye irritations, leading to itching, redness, and discomfort, diminishing the elderly person's quality of life. Constant humidity is the main factor for mold growth in grout. If the bathroom is not adequately ventilated after bathing, water vapor condenses on surfaces, creating the perfect environment for these microorganisms. The lack of proper drying of the floor and shower walls after use, combined with the absence of regular cleaning with fungicidal products, further exacerbates the situation, allowing mold to spread rapidly. Visually, dark and moldy grout gives the bathroom an appearance of abandonment and lack of hygiene, which can be extremely disheartening for the elderly person and anyone entering the environment. This aesthetic negligence directly affects mental well-being, conveying a sense of carelessness and devaluation of the space, which should be a sanctuary of relaxation and personal hygiene. To combat this problem, it is essential to adopt a cleaning routine that includes washing the grout with specific mold products and, if necessary, scrubbing. In addition, it is crucial to ensure good bathroom ventilation, whether by opening windows after bathing or installing an efficient exhaust fan. Keeping the grout clean and mold-free is not just a matter of aesthetics, but an essential measure to preserve the health and dignity of the elderly person. Chapter 4. Accumulation of hair and grime in the drain. The shower drain, often overlooked, is one of the most critical points for the proliferation of dirt and bacteria in a bathroom. The accumulation of hair and grime in the drain is not just a clogging problem. It is a clear sign of negligence in basic hygiene, with serious implications for the elderly person's health and safety. This mixture of hair strands, soap body oils, and dead skin cells forms a sticky mass that, in addition to retaining water, becomes an ideal environment for the growth of fungi and bacteria. The most immediate and dangerous consequence of this accumulation is the clogging of the drain, which leads to water pooling in the shower stall. For an elderly person, a wet and slippery floor exponentially increases the risk of falls. A simple distraction or a misstep can result in serious fractures, severely compromising mobility and independence, in addition to generating medical costs and unnecessary suffering. Beyond the danger of falls, stagnant water and accumulated dirt in the drain emit an unpleasant and foul odor that spreads throughout the bathroom. This smell not only makes the environment unbearable, but also indicates the presence of harmful microorganisms. Continuous exposure to these odors and germs can negatively impact the elderly person's well-being, causing discomfort and even respiratory problems in more sensitive individuals. Drain maintenance is relatively simple, but requires regular attention. Frequent removal of visible hair and debris, followed by cleaning with disinfectant products, can prevent accumulation. Ignoring this routine task demonstrates a lack of care that goes beyond cleanliness, affecting the safety and habitability of the space the elderly person uses daily for their personal hygiene. It is essential that caregivers and family members regularly inspect the drain and implement a preventive cleaning routine. Simple tools, such as tweezers or hooks to remove hair, and the use of liquid disinfectants can make a big difference. A clean and functional drain is a crucial component for a safe and hygienic bathroom, protecting the elderly person from accidents and promoting a healthier environment. Chapter 5. Foggy or toothpaste stain mirror. The bathroom mirror is one of the first elements we notice upon entering the room, and surprisingly, its condition can say a lot about the frequency and depth of cleaning. A foggy mirror, or one with toothpaste stains, is not just a sign of aesthetic neglect. It reveals a disregard for details that reflect the overall care for the hygiene of the place. These opaque spots and dry residues are a direct result of the absence of regular cleaning with appropriate products. Toothpaste stains, liquid soap splashes, or even makeup that has dried on the mirror are indicators that the bathroom cleaning routine is superficial or non-existent. Over time, these residues can become more difficult to remove, requiring a more rigorous cleaning. The persistence of fogging after bathing also suggests a lack of ventilation, allowing moisture to condense and leave marks. For the elderly, a dirty mirror may not just be a visual inconvenience. The difficulty in clearly seeing their own reflection to perform simple tasks like shaving, combing their hair, or taking care of oral hygiene can affect self-esteem and the ability to self-care. Blurred or distorted vision caused by a dirty mirror can even generate frustration and feelings of neglect regarding their own image and well-being. In addition to the psychological impact, accumulated dirt on the mirror can be an indication that other surfaces, such as nearby countertops and shelves, are also not being cleaned properly. The lack of attention to these superficial details often extends to the neglect of more critical areas, where germs and bacteria can proliferate unnoticed, compromising the overall hygiene of the bathroom. Cleaning the mirror is a simple and quick task that makes a big difference in the perception of bathroom cleanliness. A clean cloth and a glass cleaning product are sufficient to remove stains and fogging, restoring shine. Attention to these small details demonstrates genuine care for the environment and, by extension, for the well-being of the elderly person, ensuring a more pleasant and dignified space. Chapter 6. Cabinets with soap and toothpaste residue. Cabinets and countertop surfaces in the bathroom are constantly used areas, housing personal hygiene products and makeup. When these spaces start to accumulate solidified and whitish soap and toothpaste residues, it's an undeniable sign that regular cleaning of these areas is being neglected. These residues, besides being unsightly, can attract dust and create an environment conducive to germ accumulation, compromising the overall hygiene of the bathroom. The presence of these residues is not limited to visual concerns. It can affect the functionality and safety of the space. In an environment with elderly individuals, disorganization and dirt on surfaces can hinder access to essential items, such as medications or hygiene products, increasing the risk of accidents. Furthermore, the accumulation of wet or sticky substances can create slippery or adhesive surfaces, which can be dangerous. The main cause of these accumulations is the lack of a daily or weekly cleaning routine. Small splashes of toothpaste or liquid soap droplets that are not immediately cleaned dry and turn into crusts, making removal more difficult over time. The absence of a damp cloth wipe or a disinfectant cleaning after using the bathroom contributes to the gradual formation of these layers of dirt. For the elderly, living in an environment with dirty cabinets and countertops can generate a sense of disorganization and neglect. The lack of a clean and tidy space to store their personal belongings directly affects their ability to maintain dignity and order in their own home. This situation can lead to a feeling of discomfort and even sadness, negatively impacting their mental health and well-being. It is crucial that caregivers and family members pay attention to cleaning these surfaces. The sanitization routine should include daily or every other day cleaning of cabinets and countertops with a damp cloth and a multi-purpose cleaning product. Keeping these spaces clean and organized not only improves the appearance of the bathroom, but also ensures a safer, more hygienic, and respectful environment for the elderly person. Chapter 7. Damp-smelling towels. Bath and face towels are essential personal hygiene items, but their condition can reveal a lot about bathroom cleanliness and, more importantly, about the elderly person's health. When towels have a persistent damp smell, even after washing or right after use, it's an unequivocal sign that they are not drying properly or that the environment is excessively humid, favoring the proliferation of fungi and bacteria. This characteristic musty or wet dog odor in towels indicates the presence of microorganisms that thrive in damp and warm environments. For elderly individuals, who often have more sensitive skin or pre-existing respiratory conditions, using towels in these conditions can lead to skin irritations, allergies, or fungal infections. Furthermore, inhaling mold spores present in towels can aggravate respiratory problems. The most common cause of damp-smelling towels is a lack of proper drying after use. If towels are left damp in a poorly ventilated bathroom, hung in unsuitable places where there is no air circulation, or piled up, they remain wet for too long, creating the perfect environment for mold and bacterial growth. The frequency of towel changes is also a crucial factor. Using them for many consecutive days without washing exacerbates the problem. From the perspective of dignity and well-being, using a damp-smelling towel is extremely unpleasant and compromises the feeling of freshness and cleanliness after bathing. This experience can cause discomfort and even a feeling of personal neglect, affecting the elderly person's self-esteem and their perception of the quality of their own care and environment. It is fundamental to ensure that towels are changed and washed frequently, ideally every 2 or 3 days, and that they are hung in places that allow complete drying after each use. Using a drying rack, a towel warmer, or ensuring the bathroom has good ventilation are simple but effective measures to prevent damp odors. Keeping towels clean and dry is an essential gesture of care for the elderly person's health, comfort, and dignity. Conclusion: we have reached the end of our journey through the 7 crucial signs that indicate neglect in the cleaning of an elderly person's bathroom. We hope this video has been a valuable alert showing that hygiene in this environment goes far beyond aesthetics, directly impacting the health, safety, and dignity of those we love so much. Each of these signs, the mold odor, stains in the toilet, moldy grout, clogged drain, dirty mirror, residues in the cabinets, and damp towels, are calls for urgent and caring intervention. Remember, small details in the cleaning and maintenance routine can make a huge difference in an elderly person's quality of life, preventing diseases, accidents, and promoting an environment of respect and well-being. If you identified with any of these signs or noticed something similar in a family member's home, it's time to act. Leave your like if this content was useful, subscribe to the channel to continue receiving important information about elder care, and share in the comments which of these signs you consider most concerning and why. Your participation is fundamental for us to build a more informed and attentive community.